Hello everyone, welcome back to Tametsi. I haven't had a chance to record in a couple of days, but I have gone back off camera and cleared up a couple of the levels that I either couldn't finish at all or finished with a mistake on. You can see that the grid is still far from perfect, but it has fewer bad spots than it did. Anyway, today we're going to be doing Diamond. Diamond is our puzzle for today. We have diagonals, okay. The 2 next to the 1 puts a mine here. And nothing here. These 2 1s give us this area. This 3 looks suspicious, doesn't it? A 1 here means 1 here. Means both of these? No, it doesn't mean that. Means 1, yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's look down here. This 1's easy, I guess. We got a 0 now. 2 next to 1 puts a mine here. And I guess nothing here. Now that 1 puts a mine in, and we have some zeros to work with. These 2 1s mean no mine here. We have a couple row clues, just a couple little unobtrusive ones, huh? Still 3 more mines, huh? Well, okay, it's adjacent to this other 3, so this space that they don't share can't be a mine. Only one of these 2, which means both of these to satisfy the 3. Is that right? Yeah, of course it is. Well, there's one of these 2 which finishes this one, so we can go here. We have 2 of these 3 from this 1 and this 3. Oh, yeah, that's kind of interesting, isn't it? Look, with the 1, we've got a single mine here, which means 2 mines here. But if we also look at the 2, we can say that there are 2 mines in this area. Let's do it in white. This is 2. And therefore 1 here. Since we know there's 2 in this black area and 1 in this white area, that's a mine. Oh, there's a column clue too. Look at that. This 2 next to the 1, there's a mine there. These 2 1s, there's no mine here or here. Now this 1's open, we get a 0 to go on. 1 goes there. This 1 is isolated, yeah, correct. This column clue is good because we have these 2 are, one of them's a mine, so these aren't. This 2 has one of its mines here and therefore the other one there. I was like, oh, the 5 row makes all of these mines, but no, it's a column clue. Oh, this 1 puts a mine here and we can resolve this wire. These 2 1s mean there's no mine here. A 4? Can't quite do anything with it, I don't think, but these 2 1s extend out to here. The 3 across from the 1 is almost interesting. I don't think we can work on the color clues yet. Nor the row clues, to be honest. So there's just some Minesweeper that I'm not seeing yet. It seems like the central area is kind of the most interesting, but I don't know what to do with it. Right, like these 3s and this 4 are large numbers, and they're next to small numbers, these 1s. These 2s are all, again, almost interesting, but this a square is preventing them from having a very good overlap. This 5 still has 8 neighbors, so we really can't clean it up, not by itself anyway. I mean, okay, maybe we'll just sort of draw some stuff. I know you can erase, but like, I don't know, that's such a hassle. And then it means I have to reassign a color, and I like having white and black on my 2 mouse buttons. So there's 1 here, right? Which means there are 2 here. But so what? I don't see anything especially useful there. There's also, I guess, 2 here from this 3. So they have an overlap size of 2 and a non-overlap size of 2. And you have to put 4 no. You have to have, I mean, I don't know. For example, it could be just these 2 here. That could be both of the mines. It would cover both of them. Or we could have 1 on the one on each of the outsides, and then 1 here. I think those are the only 2 possibilities. So there's 1 or 2 of these middle ones, and either one of these or neither, but not both. That's kind of interesting. But I don't see like anything actionable that it gives me. What am I supposed to do with that information, right? Oh, well, no. Because, okay, like there's 1 here, and therefore 2 here. That does mean something, because look at this 2. If it has 2 in this area, at least one of them is touching this 2. Which means this area has, at most, 1, doesn't it? Yeah. And that means this 2 has to have a second mine somewhere. It has to be here. Let's check that again, because it seems pretty important. We know, because of this 1, there's exactly 1 here. No. Because of this 1, we know there's exactly 1 in this area. That's actually the important thing. That means there's exactly 2 in this area, because that's what this 3 is seeing that isn't being seen by this 1. Therefore, this 2 must have at least one of its 2 mines coming from over here, and at most 1 over here. So this 2, to have 2 mines, must have this A as a mine. Yes, I agree. And I think that helps us resolve this stuff as well, right? It goes backwards. We know there's at most 1 in this area, and we know there's exactly 1 in this area. So this A is not a mine. Yes. Now if there's 1 here, this 3 needs 2 mines in this area, which finishes this 2. So there's 1 here, therefore 1 here. Now we're getting somewhere with the stuff that was going on with that 3, right? If there's only 1 here, then the 2 in this area must include this upper A. It still doesn't seem totally cracked open. Oh, this 2, though, seems interesting, doesn't it? This 3 has 1 mine here, at most 1 here, therefore at least 1 here. But I can't place another mine in this row for sure. Could be anywhere. This 2 is next to a 1. So it has at most 1 of these, which means at least 1 of these 2. It's not very useful, I don't think. Hang on, has this been here for ages? Oh, it's not very helpful, that's why. This 2 is next to a 1, but there's a bunch of space that they don't share. And so knowing there's exactly 1 mine in this area doesn't really seem to do much for me. I keep getting tricked by this A and thinking it's not a legal place to put a mine, and then this 3 would be easy. And so would this 2. Well, so there's 1 mine here, which means there's 1 mine here, which means there's 2 mines in this area, right? So this 2 sees at least 1 of these 2 mines. At least one of these 2 spaces is a mine, and the 2 sees that space. But I'm not sure that's useful, because if it sees 2, then we know none of these spaces are mines, and that would help the 1 go forward. Or we would be able to reveal these 2 squares. But if it sees 1, then we know one of these is a mine, and the 1 could look at these spaces. You know, we're close enough that maybe A count is useful here. Like, I don't know. There are 5 A's on the board and 3 of them are mines. Can we do something with that? Looks hard. The 2 and the 3 are adjacent, but that doesn't really help. It just tells me there's exactly 1 mine here, which I already knew. Because this is the area they share that has 2 mines. Ah! This group of 3 squares has at least 1 mine. Sorry. It has exactly 2 mines, obviously. Which means in particular that it has at least 1 in these 2 spaces. Which means there's at most 1 in these 2 spaces. And so that helps with this 3. To have 2 mines in these 3, it has to have a mine on this A. Fancy stuff, but does it help? What does it get me? Well, it simplifies the A count, I guess. We still know that there's at least 1 of these 2 from this 2, right? But I don't see how that's helpful. It means at most one of these two, but I don't care. Those are just not very interesting together. This 1 next to a 3 means that there's at least 2 here, but that's like a huge area, and it's not next to anything very interesting. Maybe it's time to revisit row clues. Maybe I learned a little bit more now? No, I don't think so. I mean, for what it's worth, we do know exactly one of these 4. But the number of bees still on the map is 13. So we can't do that much with our 6 clue and this little measly thing. Maybe there is something to be figured out about these 3 squares. Yeah, because I just solved this A, and I think I didn't do the other half of that deduction. So there's 1 mine here, exactly. Therefore, 1 mine here, exactly. Therefore, 1 mine here, exactly, right? Right. Which means 1 mine here, exactly. And that solves this 1. Nope. Why not? What? This seems correct. What space did I click on? Did I click on the wrong one? I thought I clicked on one of these two, and that should be safe, shouldn't it? There's 1 mine here, which means there's 1 mine here, which means there's 1 mine here, which means there's 1 mine here, so this 1 is done. Okay, so I must have something wrong elsewhere. Well, I mean, one thing I can do is unmark every mine on the grid and reprove them all. Since I've discovered a bunch of clues, it will be hopefully fairly easy to do that. I won't know if perhaps I revealed one of these squares unethically by clicking somewhere that wasn't guaranteed safe, but at least this will help me like get back to making progress on the puzzle, and I hopefully also discover what I had wrong. 2 and the 1, that's a mine. I guess this 1 said so also. Mine's here, there. This 2 needs 2 mines. This 1 needs a mine. Should have taken a screenshot maybe so I would know what I thought I still knew that I could look for. I know this 4 isn't what I had here before, so there's probably something interesting, right? Oh. There must be something wrong that was like adjacent to this 4 or something, because what I have here seems pretty clear. This 2 puts 2 mines here, so to finish the 4... Oh, no, right. Again, this A is a legal place to put a mine. I thought to finish the 4, I can just put mines there. But that's not true. so we're back to drawing. There are exactly 2 here, which means in particular at least 1 here, which means at most 1 here. And also exactly 1 here. So to finish this 3, we need a mine here. And we then have exactly 1 here. No. Yes. 1 here, 1 here. Therefore, for this 2, we have exactly 1 here, which means the 2 needs a mine here. Okay. Now we know 2 of these from the 2 and from this 3. We know exactly 1 of these. All right, what was the thing I tried to derive that turned out to be false? There are 2 there are 2 in this area. I remember doing something involving this. Which means there's at least 1 of these 2. Therefore, at most 1 of these 3. So to finish this 3, we need at least 2 of these. And it can't be both of these, because then this 2 wouldn't be able to put a mine here. So this A must be a mine. And then we can take this and ripple it the other direction, right? Now we know there's exactly 1 here. Which means for this 2, there needs to be another mine in one of these 2 spaces. And there's at most 1 in this whole space because of this. So there can't be a mine here. Well, okay. What about this 2? It has at most 1 in this area, therefore at least 1 here. Well, that sucks. We already could tell that from there's a 2 in this area. One of these 2 means one of these 2, but they're so far apart from each other that they don't really matter. Here, we have exactly 1 of these, which means exactly 1 of these, and that's roughly what we just used, isn't it? I can't conclude anything about this square because the 2 might be touching this one or it might not. Here's an interesting thought. These 2's next to each other, they have an overlap here and a non-overlap here. Does that mean that the 2 white spaces are the same? If there are 2 mines in the black area, then there's none in the white area. And if there's only 1 mine in the black area, then there are 2 in the white area. So it does mean those 2 spaces must be the same. That seems very interesting. So let's mark those special here. These are the same. Now, can they both be mines? I don't know. let's say they were both mines. What would we learn? Well, we'd have that this is not a mine. This then would be a mine to satisfy the 2. And this 3. This would all not be mines. One of these is a mine, but we haven't found out which. But this area seems like it should be more interesting. This 2 is now a 1. And it sees this area, so this is not a mine. And I think at that point we kind of run out of steam. Well, I mean, okay. There's no mines here. And we've finished this row, actually, so no mines here. This 3 needs 3 mines, and they're these. This 2 would need another mine, which is here. Yeah, which means, oops, should have been black. This is the mine to complete these 2s. So all in all, it seems fairly possible for them to both be mines. Now, suppose that they were both... I've already lost track. It was these 2, right? Yeah. Suppose they were both not mines. Now this 3 needs a mine here. We have no mines in this area. Didn't we end up with no mines down here in either case? That's worth investigating. This has to be a mine to finish this 2 off. There's 1 here. We have 1 of these, but we don't know which yet. The 2 next to the 1 is a 2, so there's a mine here. We're out of A mines, so that's not 1. Maybe I didn't look closely enough at color clues when I was doing that last thing. But okay, what I want to look at is this. These were all not mines when I made these 2 spaces not mines. So let's go back to making them both mines and see what happens there. Because I thought that we had some white spaces down here in both cases. If these are both mines, one of these is a mine. Well, okay, but this isn't, right? So this 2 is done with these, so that's not a mine. And to finish this 3, we have to put a mine here, and then this area is safe. So how is it that this 3 ends up being a mine in both cases? What is it? What feature is causing that? I make these both not mines. That becomes a mine, but this isn't. I see, I think. It's sort of because there's also a parity thing going on here. Right? Only one of these 2 spaces is a mine. Exactly, one of them is. Yeah, so we have... I'm going to mark adjacent to it to show the other world. Imagine these white spaces moved left by a bit. If we do this, then to finish this area, we need a mine here. Whoops, fuck, here. In either case, this 3 is getting exactly 1 mine from these guys. So its third mine, and 1 from here, of course. So its third mine has to be this square in both universes. And that opens this 1 up down here. Now we're making progress again. This 2 sees a mine here, and therefore a mine here, which means this 1 is done. Not sure how long we'll be making progress, but, you know, for now. It's 1, huh? This 4 only has 5 spaces next to it, but I can't really show which one of them is not a mine. I know one of these. And that does this 1. I was looking at the 1 next to the 2, but I should have looked at the 1 next to the 1. Why? No! Oh. I don't know one of these. I know one of these 3, you fool. I know at most one of these 2. And therefore this 2 has a mine here. That's what I should have done. Now this 2 and this 1 are coordinating here. Huh. This is a weird space, isn't it? I guess the row clue helps you figure it out somehow. Or no, even just like putting a mine here would help you figure it out. Not that I can do that right now, but... now this 1 and this 1 are useful. Nope, they're still not. For the exact same reason. But this 1 and this 1 are. They coordinate here, but not here. Now this 1 puts an A mine here. And these 2 1s, mine here, therefore not here. This 2 across from the 1, that's the last A mine. These 2 1s have a mine here and therefore not here. Now this 3 needs 2 mines here because of these 1s. This 1 is now working in a very small area indeed. We have 1 of these 2 spaces. And I don't think I've used this 1 argument before, so I guess we'll need it to deal with this 3 somehow. Otherwise they wouldn't bother to give us the clue. Okay, I think we can make progress on this 4. This 2, there's a 1 down here. So there's at most 1 here. Nope, that doesn't help. At least 1 here is not helping resolve the 4. We have similar problems over here. We have exactly one of these. Oh, that's not what I meant. We have exactly one of these. Oh, these 2 1s are working together. Here and here. So this is not a mine. I was trying to work it with this 2, but actually that was the wrong direction to go in. Oh no, this 2 and 4 do help. Because this 4 can only have one vacant space, and this 2 needs at least one vacant space in this area. So these are both mines. And these 2s give us this not being a mine, which is just the mirror image of the deduction we had a minute ago. Now these work together. They coordinate on the top 3 ones, but not the bottom one. Now these 2 give me this, I think? Yes. Now I can say there's 2 mines here, and we get these zeros, which finally resolves this whole area. And I don't think I used this column clue either. Maybe I did. I think I did, actually. Once I saw there had to be a 1 here, I was able to reveal some spaces up there. Okay, a 1 goes here. We have a 0, a 1. Now this 2 next to a 1 needs a mine here. These 2 1s, no mine here. These 2 1s, no mine here. This 1 row, mine here. Now zeros. This 1, 2 next to 1 is a mine there. These 2 1s give me this space. Two mines left. 2 B mines left. This 3 is good. I assume we resolved a 1 or an A or something. Now the 3 only has 3 neighbors. That made a lot happen. Two next to 1 puts a mine here. This area is done. Now this 1 column clue coordinates with this 1 to give us no mine here. And I think it should help with this 2 as well. A little. Yes, it does. Watch. We have one of these. And, well, maybe that's not as useful as I thought. Let's see. One of these means at least one of these in particular. No, it doesn't. It means at most one of those. 1 here means at most 1 here, which means at least 1 here, which means at most 1 here, which means that's a mine. Yes, that's what I thought when I said I'll show you or whatever. This is where I was going, but I somehow got lost along the way. So yeah, that's a mine. And we should be able to backpropagate this to show that this isn't a mine. This is a mine, 1 here, now exactly 1, right? So exactly 1 here, exactly 1 here, nothing there. Yep. Now this 1 goes there. And this 1 here. This 2 next to a 1, I guess, is not that amazing. But this 2's finished. 1 puts a mine there, not there because of the 1. These 2 1s coordinate here. 1 and the 2 is a mine there. I guess we need mine count to finish this, either here or both of these. Okay. B, there's 1 B left. I guess we're meant to look at total mine count as well over here. For example, there's 2 here and 2 here. Now this does have some overlap, but note there's also 1 up here. So if we said that these 2s didn't overlap, they would have 4 total mines here. I mean, that's possible because there's a total of 5 mines. 4 of them are gray and 1 of them is a B. So there's some other way of counting total mines that's going to get us there, though. This is 2. This is 1 from the B count. Ah, no, this 1 is just done. That's all. No, it's not. There's 2 spaces right here. Ah, no, this does the 2. Look, there's 1 here and 1 of these. So this 2's got a neighbor here that's not a mine. And now the 1 row with this one says this isn't a mine, so that B is our last B mine. These 2 coordinate here. That's not a mine, right? Right. 1 here, therefore a mine there. 3 mines left. 1 of them's here, 1 of them's here, 1 of them's here. That must be it. So there's nothing here or here, and furthermore, the mine up here is in the middle. All right, definitely a couple slip-ups there, and not just like misclicks or anything, or, you know, they were clear deduction errors. But you got to make some cool correct deductions eventually. Anyway, so that was the puzzle for today, Diamond. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.